Welcome, dear viewer. Air surrounds us all the time, and in fact our very existence depends on it. At Daikin, the future of the world's indoor and outdoor air is our biggest concern. We envision a world with healthier and comfortable indoor air while reducing our environmental footprint. The driver is achieving net zero CO2 emissions by 2050 and providing these healthy, comfortable spaces throughout a building's life cycle. This is something our VRV innovations have been a synonym for in the last decades, and which you expect Daikin to stay ahead with. So we have taken the time to study market needs and concerns, how deadlines must be met, but also local and international regulations, how to juggle the need for performance with the call for sustainability, and how one ensures it's secure and compliant while staying within budgets. You will now discover our answer to that with the VRV5 heat pump technology. And I am meeting a Daikin colleague to discuss these opportunities ahead of us. Hi, Olga.
Hello, Bernard.
As Daikin, we want to stay ahead of all these changes in the business environment of our installer and consultant customers. So before diving into the technical specifics of the new VRV5 heat pump, let's spend some time to understand the drivers for actually developing such a broad range of VRV5 units.
Yes. Well, first of all, our environmental policy to become CO2 neutral by 2050 is an important goal for us. Already in 2012, more than a decade ago, Daikin launched first air conditioner with a lower refrigerant GWP. We will continue to innovate, to drive the market forward. Yeah. Innovating in support of people comfort and the cities we live in.
Okay, quite clear, Olga. Then I would say that these are rather internal drivers. Then what would you say are the external drivers pushing us to keep doing that?
Yes, if you mean market trends by external drivers, yeah, then we get into the matters legislation, the past ones and the ones still to come. With our heat pump technology, we are quite motivated to contribute to decarbonization, also linked to the EU Green Deal. Additionally, there is much discussed F-gas regulation, where we are fully prepared with our R32 strategy for many years to come. We will talk about it later in this short presentation. In other words, it's an opportunity, and we have all tools in hands, yeah, to work on decarbonization now. Okay, for sure. And there I think the key word is tools. If you say we have all the tools at hand, what would these be more specifically? Yes, you're right. Our experience and drive towards innovation makes us fully prepared for market requirements towards 2030 and beyond. Looking at it from various perspectives, Daikin stands for real, better seasonal efficiency and lower refrigerant charges. Additionally, we always focus on reuse and reduction of refrigerant charges to make our product more affordable. Okay, but then how can a new VRV system achieve that? Yes, while working on our VRV portfolio, we always take into account market requirements. As a market leader, we stand for importance of low CO2 footprint and always in line or even ahead of regulation. Our partner choose us because they know what it stands for: flexible design and installation, reliability and connectivity. All right, okay. Well, thank you very much, Olga. And dear viewers, if there would be during the event any questions popping up, do not hesitate to drop them in the box here below. And now, of course, we are very eager to learn more about the specifications of this new VRV5 heat pump. And for this, I'm very pleased to welcome our VRV product manager, George Timou.
Thank you, Bernard. Thank you, Olga. Indeed, in view of decarbonization, we want to keep moving forward, and this is why back in 2020 we started rolling out our VRV5 range with a lower GWP refrigerant R32. Already today, we have a compact cooling or heating VRV range starting from 12 kilowatts and followed by a heat recovery range reaching up to 90 kilowatts in heating. Today, we are proud to introduce an extension of our heat pump with both side and top blow units, completing our portfolio. This is the most extensive VRF range in the market today with a lower GWP refrigerant R32. As of the beginning of 2024, we will have an R32 system for every VRV application. And all this with all industry's standards like continuum heating during defrost, integration of fresh air units, the variable refrigerant temperature, a Daikin first, and all this optimized by innovative control technologies. The capacity range of the heat pump will be starting from 22 kilowatts in cooling, and it will go up to 56 kilowatts for the top blow and 37.5 kilowatts for the side blow. The units of the top blow range will also be offering continuous heating during defrost, another Daikin first, to support even the most demanding applications. Climate is not changing. Unfortunately, the climate has changed. Longer periods of hot and humid weather conditions and higher temperatures are not an exception anymore. For our new top blow range, we are extending the upper limit in cooling operation to 46 degrees while maintaining this limit for side blow to 52 degrees Celsius. At the same time, you will be enjoying the same very extensive operation limits in heating down to -20. Many times we talk about comfort, wrongly referring to only room temperature control. Sound levels are as important, and this is increasingly tackled in legislation. I'm quite sure that all of you have been challenged with requests about sound levels. This is why VRV5 Heritage continues featuring 5 low noise levels also for the heat pump ranges. You can select any of them at any given moment of system selection, commissioning, or operation for the system to fit any application, regardless how demanding it will be with regards to sound. At the lowest sound step, the system will operate in standard conditions with an operational sound of only 41 decibels. This is similar to an average sound of a domestic refrigerator. Of course, we will provide you with a full set of data of capacity for the different sound steps. VRV systems have become a game changer in the commercial buildings market, also thanks to the very extensive piping lengths and heights. We analyzed thousands of designs done by our selection software and checked with market stakeholders, confirming that the piping lengths and heights offered already for many years by VRV4 are more than enough to tackle any VRV application. As such, we kept the same level of flexibility as for VRV4, allowing, for example, total piping lengths of 1,000 meters, height difference between outdoor and indoor units up to 90 meters, and so on. At this point, I want to remind you of the key elements that made VRV technology dominate the building market in the last 40 years. VRV is a top efficiency system that truly requires the least installation space and reacts to building load variations in minimum time. It is an all-in-one box solution, not requiring any additional components such as pumps, tanks, vessels, gauges, sensors, valves, you name it. At the same time, and referring to the thermodynamic laws, being a direct expansion system, it has one step less in energy transfer, making it impossible to supersede its efficiency by an equivalent air-to-water system. And this brings us to the fact that VRV5 is a lot more than a flexible system with the broadest range of quick and easy to select and install units. Its main feature is also the main driver for its development: sustainability. Sustainability, when we talk about it, we need to consider our system's carbon footprint over its lifetime and what Daikin has done to contribute to the decarbonization of buildings. Firstly, I would like to refer to a fact. The carbon footprint of every air conditioning system consists of two elements, the indirect and the direct. The indirect impact is about the refrigerant that is used and more specifically about its global warming potential. The indirect one is related to energy that is used during operation in the whole lifetime and as such with a seasonal efficiency. For our VRV5 range, we have adopted the lower GWP refrigerant R32. Why? For this, I would like to ask one of the two leading engineers for this development, Martijn, to join me on stage and share with us some background. Martijn, please.
Thank you, George, for the short introduction, and thank you for the opportunity to explain from my side how we contribute to the important climate challenge that we are facing today globally. By choosing for the new VRV5 heat pump R32 product, end users are contributing to reduce their climate impact without experiencing any drawback on the previous system. One of the main reasons is R32 has 1/3 of the GWP value compared to R410A. Next to this, R32 has better energy characteristics compared to R410A, meaning with a lower volume you can achieve the same energy amount as R410A, which leads to a reduction up to 10% system charge. This, together with a lower GWP value, means the direct impact of our system to the environment has been reduced up to 71%. This is a huge achievement, George, considering we can still offer the same flexibility as the previous system. And next to this, R32, being a single component refrigerant, makes it easy to do recovery and to do maintenance.
Clearly, this is the best choice someone can make already today. But in anticipation of the new revised F-gas legislation, how is VRV5 contributing within this new legal framework? What are the benefits of VRV5?
Indeed, and as mentioned before, one of the main driving legal frameworks within our business is the F-gas regulation. Practically, this means for an installer, by using a lower CO2 equivalent refrigerant, the amount of leak checks per year are being reduced. Compared to R410A, the amount of leak checks can go up to 3 to 4 times per year, depending upon the refrigerant charge. For R32, this is only 1 time per year. This is another proof, George, of the system's reduced impact.
Okay, this is very clear for me, but next to this, with regards to flexibility, what is this new VRV5 system bringing? What are the good points for our installers?
Indeed, that's a good question. Basically, as the market is evolving and to answer to the market demands, 2 of our key values during our development are to increase the efficiency of our installation and to offer flexibility. As an example, by going to R32, we can use smaller piping diameters, we have less charge in the system, which means we should have a quicker installation and the installation cost should go down. Next to this, to offer still the same flexibility as the R410A system, we develop new header and joint kits.
Okay, this is really good news, but we have been talking today about sustainability and how efficiency is contributing to sustainability by reducing the carbon footprint of our system through its lifetime. Do we have something to say about efficiency, some good news to share?
Of course, and I'd like to elaborate more on that one as well. Next to being able to provide a complete flexible VRV system, we put a lot of efforts into optimizing the energy efficiency of our system. Compared to R410A, we were able to increase the efficiency at several points. Here I'd like to refer to our seasonal specification, which is tested with our most-sold unit and tested at real conditions. This seasonal specification, George, we were able to increase up to 9.1%. Again, this is a huge achievement, which we were able to achieve by changing several aspects within our system. One of those aspects is the compressor, which we changed to a better, more efficient one. But this is only structure point of view, George. we also put a lot of efforts into optimizing our system behavior. By using a new compressor, we can go to lower compressor speeds. This, in combination with R32, which require a lower volume to achieve the same energy amount as R410A. This means we can comply with lower load capacity demands compared to the R410A system. This is only a small improvement, George, but I do believe it will contribute into reducing the energy bills of the end users. Basically, as an engineer, we do not only want to create a sustainable environment by changing to R32, but we remain technically challenged during every development that we do. This is a Daikin engineering mindset with always the urge to improve.
Okay, but Ray, I really feel tempted now to ask you, we're both engineers, so really, tell us a bit more about this new compressor we have in our VRV5, some technical aspects of it.
Of course, I'd like to explain some more technical details about this new compressor. It's a more compact one, it's a lighter one. Next to this, we were able to optimize the efficiency at the part load conditions. By new enhanced back pressure control, we reduced the mechanical losses. The pressure force is optimized. We have new oil structure and a new compact winding motor. All this together leads to a better, more efficient compressor.
Thank you very much, Martijn. Thank you very much for leading this development and for all the support. But I would like to also take this opportunity to thank all our colleagues involved in this development, your teammates in the European Design Center, our colleagues in compliance and quality, and mostly in production that have made this unique range come to life. And with this, I would like to share with you another benefit, or should I say another proof, on how sustainable our system is. The building industry is also adapting to the new challenges for a lower carbon footprint, yet healthier and more comfortable environment. More and more buildings are built or renovated to meet the requirements of schemes like BREEAM, WELL, LEED, HQE. Daikin VRV5 can contribute significantly to office spaces reaching top classification. At this point, I would like to invite another engineer in the product management team, my colleague and teammate, João, with whom we will continue this amazing journey of technology, sustainability and intelligence into the future. We will share with you secrets about our innovative Shirudo technology. João, please.
Thank you very much, George. And before we discover how this technology works, let's first understand why did it develop and what are its benefits. Two of the fundamental elements of VRV5 are: one, it can be an active contributor to the decarbonization of buildings, as we have seen today. And two, to ensure that easiness and flexibility to design and install, words which are synonym of VRV, are maintained. With this in mind, one of the steps that we took was to adopt R32, a top-performing low GWP refrigerant. Its benefits has already been demonstrated today, but how about its challenges? For that, we need to understand how refrigerants are classified according to its safety group, and what are the relevant regulations that guide them. Refrigerants are classified according to their toxicity, by letters A or B, and there's little differences between R14A and R32. Both are classified as A class, low toxicity. The guiding regulation for toxicity is a well-known standard in our market, EN 378, and the sole difference is the slightly lower toxicity limit of R32, so you can follow the exact same procedures as for R14A. Refrigerants are also classified according to their flammability. And for these, we use numerical classifications from 1, non-flammable, to 3, the highest level. And here lies the biggest difference regarding safety classification group between R32 and R14A. R32 is a class 2L refrigerant, meaning mildly flammable, whilst R14A is class 1, non-flammable. For flammability, we need to refer to the IEC 60335-2-40, currently on edition 7. Why? Because although other standards also offer guidance on this behalf, the IEC is a specific product standard, which is superseding other generic standards, like is the case of EN 378. From a practical perspective, what is changing from the design and installation of our units with the shift to R32? Thanks to Shirudo technology, not much. What is then Shirudo technology? How does it work? We have prepared a short video highlighting the benefits of our Shirudo technology.
Legal requirements make system selection more challenging. You will have to consider the remote possibility of a leakage, think about refrigerant concentration, and look out for room size regulations. Unless you choose the VRV5 with Shirudo technology. With Shirudo technology, you have a very versatile system to accurately control the indoor climate. Thanks to the factory-integrated refrigerant response measures, Daikin guarantees peace of mind for compliance in the specific product standard of IEC 60335-2-40 out of the box. And it's also third-party approved by a notified body.
Why Shirudo technology? The name derives from the Japanese word for shield and protect. And we have developed to allow installation of our VRV systems using mildly flammable lower GWP refrigerant into the same type of applications as its R14A predecessor. The factory integrated refrigerant control measures makes the system as easy and flexible to design and install. We have integrated into our systems the IEC required refrigerant control measures, leak detection and alarm, fully factory mounted into our units, meaning no additional hurdles either to design or to install. The audio and visual alarm is integrated into our Madoka remote controller, and the leak detectors are fully factory mounted into our indoor units, imposing as well no visual impacts. In addition to that, we have combined it with cutting-edge technologies with specially developed algorithms that allow us to achieve a fully optimized response logic, taking full benefit of Shirudo technology and maximizing its impact. And to tackle even the most stringent of applications, we are as well making available as an option a range of shut-off valve boxes, meaning that there's no room left out of your HVAC system design. The boxes will be available in a wide range from 1 to 8 port configuration, fully adjustable to your building needs. And each port is fully independent, meaning that even in the remote case of a leak, only the specific units which are connected to that specific port will need to stop operation. Last but not the least, we have our system CB certified, enabling to confidently answer to any challenge you might receive from your customers. With this, I believe we have a complete offer and package, making Shirudo technology a real game changer in the adoption of lower GWP refrigerants in VRV systems. I want to remind you that in case you have any questions, you can post them on a question box at the bottom of your screen, and we will get back to you. But we know that to be broadly accepted in the market, a system must be able also to provide a comfortable and healthy indoor climate. My colleague, Gilles de Bruyne, VRV market specialist, is now going to guide us through our smart range of indoor units and controls. Gilles?
Thanks, Joao. And impressive to see how you managed to make such a flexible VRV system on R32 refrigerant.
Thank you, Gilles. Tell me about our indoor unit solutions that we offer now for VRV5. Is it as impressive as our outdoor unit range?
It sure is. With the launch of our VRV5 heat pump, we're bringing new indoor units, new fresh air devices, and new controls. Let us look at our indoor units first. In the last 3 years, we have already introduced our most popular ranges specifically designed for R32. Now, we're completing our portfolio to provide the highest comfort, catering any type of room. Therefore, we are introducing soon a dedicated R32 one-way blow cassette with a completely renewed outlook. On top of this, we introduce a full range of Biddle air curtains, also completely redesigned, making the most complete R32 range in the market today. We are covering capacities from 1.1 kilowatt in cooling up to no less than 31.5 kilowatts in heating. And we don't stop here. We are continuously bringing novelties to satisfy the ever-changing market demands. Let me give you one example, our round flow cassette. With this model, we've been innovating the market for years. We were the first to introduce 360-degree airflow, presence and floor sensors, individual air flap control, and a wide range of decoration panel variations. And all of that in the lowest built-in height in its class. And this year, we bring another new innovation, the UV Streamer Kit. This kit introduces powerful air purification to our cassette, thanks to the UVC LED and flash streamer technology. It removes 99.9% of viruses, bacteria, pollen, etc. from a room, and that in just 30 minutes. And this brings me to another essential element of our solution, indoor air quality and fresh air. Indoor air pollution can be up to 5 times higher than outdoors, and typically we spend more than 90% of our time indoors. Therefore, a true total solution must integrate fresh air to guarantee a high quality of life to our users. As a result, we offer a unique portfolio covering airflows from 150 cubic meters per hour up to no less than 140,000 cubic meters per hour. Any fresh air requirement can be covered. On the one hand, we have decentralized ventilation units. They can recover both heat and moisture. And they come with an optional post-heating or cooling coil, which can be fully integrated with our VRV5. On the other hand, we offer fully customizable, centralized air handling units. And they can be easily integrated thanks to our new air handling unit kits. In fact, integrating air handling units has never been easier. Our new kits can be used in the most extreme weather conditions, from -20 up to 52 degrees Celsius. 3 new capacity classes ensure a continuous capacity offer from 5 all the way up to nearly 70 kilowatts. And an extended combination ratio further improves flexibility. Finally, installation is further improved by a hinged door and a control box offering 5 different control possibilities. You have the choice between supply or return air temperature control and either a Daikin integrated or third-party DDC controller. Now, since a heat pump is only as efficient as its controls allow, we're also here proud to offer a full range of options, as you would expect from us. From residential to large commercial use, we can offer you the solution for any type of application. Individual or centralized control, on-premises or in the cloud, via an app or through one of our many interfaces. They are all designed to be the easiest to integrate and easy to use. And they meet the latest developments in the industry. Let me highlight our newest cloud-based mini BMS, the Daikin Cloud Plus. A full cloud-based control and monitoring platform. End users get multi-site management and remote monitoring, allowing easy energy consumption follow-up with insights. As an installer, you benefit from remote maintenance and diagnostics. And you can even do field settings remotely. Finally, the cloud connects to any DX heat pump we offer. And it also allows you to integrate third-party devices, such as alarms, lights, and so on. And this in a very cost-effective way. Dear viewers, I'm confident that our VRV5 will enable you to design and build the sustainable, low-carbon building of tomorrow already today. And to help you with the design and implementation, we're also here to support you. My colleague Anja, sustainability expert and green building specialist, can tell you all about it. Welcome, Anja.
Thanks, Gilles, for introducing me. Happy to be here to further explain you about the support that we can deliver towards our end users. And to start with, we have all heard about the VRV5 product specification and the importance of complying with the regulations. To further support the selection process of VRV5, we have integrated the compliance checks in our VRV Express software. The tool enables us to design the system in floor plan mode, where automatically all the piping can be recalculated. VRV Express not only helps in the design of VRV5 series, but also allows selection of the whole VRV family. You just need to set up the design loads and temperature, and the rest will be taken care of by the software. Talking about support, the Daikin consultants are also ready to advise you on the choice of the most environmentally friendly system. Thanks to our EPD, Environmental Product Declaration expertise, we can easily assess the impacts of usage of each technology during the whole life carbon of the product, meaning product and construction, use, and end of life. And as you can see, VRV5 allows you to reduce the whole life carbon of the product by about 27% compared to the previous series. Another way that we can support you, we can also offer a network of locally trained green building specialists, such as myself, that can support you in maximizing your score for BREEAM and LEED guidelines. My team took a significant effort to deliver a guideline for consultants and investors to show how the scores can be obtained. And to recall, VRV5 gives you an extra scoring in terms of refrigerant used on the building site. In the same context, we have also built an expertise on legislation, airflow simulation of outdoor unit, and sound in order to be able to advise on correct design of the system. And to further support the design phase, we can offer an easy accessible BIM object library where you can find any Daikin unit. Based on this, I would like to show how we have managed to deliver adequate consultancy in one of our projects in France. Artipac Meylan is a modern commercial complex constructed in the region of Alps. The investor insisted on constructing environmentally friendly office spaces where the carbon footprint was of paramount importance to guarantee highly performant building. Due to the problem with soil condition, more concrete had to be used for building foundations. This contributed to high embodied carbon value, which had a negative impact on final building score and resulted in failing the CO2 emission threshold imposed by local regulation. Thanks to Daikin solution on R32, meaning VRV5, the negative impact from usage of more concrete could be neutralized due to low GWP and even obtain the highly performant building as required by the investor. Our consultants made the proper design of more than 100 outdoor units in VRV Express software. On top of it, we have secured the proper operation of the system by delivering the airflow simulation, where actually we had to check if there are some short circuits because there was a limitation of technical space. Another interesting case where our support and technology were relevant is of a hotel in Amsterdam. This was an already existing hotel that needed deep refurbishment to make it a future-proof solution, meaning that it needed to be heavily decarbonized. Park Plaza is actually a historical building where its structure could not be modified, and the facade of the building had to be intact. Being a hotel, the works on it had to happen in a brief time to secure the operation for guests in order not to lose profit. That is why our consultants propose VRV5 heat recovery system that not only has a low GWP, but also is an easy plug-and-play solution with low footprint that allowed actually for a quick commissioning and did not intervene in building structure. The implementation of VRV5 system was possible thanks to Shirudo technology that secured system response in case of leakage and allowed for an optimal design to follow the regulations. It was possible to secure the installation for 150 rooms of an area as low as 25 square meters. To further support the decarbonization, we took care of end of life of the exchange equipment and reclaimed the refrigerant from existing installation. And to secure the energy management system, we have proposed our cloud services to remotely monitor and optimize the system. Please remember that our sales engineers are ready to help you design future-proof solutions, and that will not only be environmentally friendly, but also technically feasible.
Well, thank you very much, Anja, indeed. And it's really interesting to see our people, knowledge and products at work to support our customers in practice. And thank you, team, for having highlighted the strengths of this VRV5 heat pump. And dear viewers, this means it's really up to all of us now to apply these VRV5 solutions and decarbonize our buildings today. Having completed the product family with the larger capacity heat pumps, it means we are more than ever ready to make that important transition to lower GWP VRF systems. Thank you for watching and see you soon.